Can Glasgow stop it? Can they hold it up here? It's heroic defence from the Glasgow Warriors, but where's the ball? The whistle goes. The ball is held up. Glasgow have the put in. The final whistle is blown. Glasgow Warriors are the URC champions. They've gone to South Africa, to the high belt. They've come from behind. They were 13 points down with 40 minutes on the clock.
The first quarterfinal here against the Stormers, I think that was the main thing. We had to get the monkey off our back and win a finals game. And then I think once we did do that, it instilled an incredible amount of confidence in the group and it galvanised the group, that single victory, in my opinion.
I think we were confident. I mean, it's very easy to say that now in hindsight, having won it. But I think we were in a very good place. We'd played particularly well in the build-up to the final.
Of what has been such an intriguing encounter between these two. It's not been the tri-fest maybe that many thought, but well, that ball has gone loose and the chip through man across the problem and touchdown by Ross Thompson on appearance number 50. His final moment at Scotstoun Stadium is to touch down for a try. And the Glasgow Warriors are heading to Thomond Park for a semi-final.
I look back at that time as probably the best time of my life. Lara gave birth on or her water broke on the night of the Stormers quarterfinal after the game. And then I missed the first couple of days of training. And I kind of just feel like that was for a reason, genuinely. I believe in God and I believe those things happen for a reason. And I think at that time of my life probably instilled that little bit of extra that I needed to, get myself up for the last two games of the season and, put my hand up as a main contributor in the team.
It was almost perfect the way it worked out, having a quarterfinal at home, against the Stormers, a massive side, being able to tick that off and win a big game and then going away to Thomond Park, not a place we've had a lot of success in the atmosphere and the team Munster are at home.
I think there was such a good feeling in the team. Basically from that quarterfinal and semi-final, especially semi-final winning away, I think that was quite a big sort of monkey off our back.
Glasgow Warriors are first. They looked back to their best last week as they saw the dangerous DHL Stormers at Scotstoun. And have they timed it? Horn encouraged to get the ball out of there. He's been told to use it. Now it's delivered back. And the ball goes out. The clock goes red, and the final whistle is blown. A semi-final for the ages. And for the Glasgow Warriors, the sweetest of victories to come to Thomond Park and knock out the defending champions in their own backyard. Well, this is a victory that will be talked about in Scotland for years to come.
I mean, Munster's record at home speaks for itself. And in recent years, our rivalry with Munster has been right up there. So it was a great place to go and a great place to win.
You could just sense that the team was very confident in what we could do, and we knew that we could go and put out a good performance and test the team, and that definitely gave us confidence to go to those big places and go and win.
I've been asked this question and I've told this story a couple of times now about how quickly I was on the laptop, and the tale goes that as soon as the final whistle went, I was on the laptop speaking to the travel agents, and I was speaking to Destination Sport through the URC, who worked through the night with myself to get the flights booked. It was a challenge, but at the end of the day, we got everybody there by the Tuesday.
Like I think the match week, everyone was so excited for the day after the Munster game. We started the build up from then, getting everybody in the right headspace. We knew it was going to be a big travel day, and staying at the Monte Casino, like we knew that hotel really well, and we knew we'd get our recovery there, and it was going to be a lighter week in terms of training. And then the training week was really good, and in the build up to the game, again, really good.
That week was special, like the excitement, the energy. I remember that first training session that we had out there, and obviously like the bit of turnaround from Munster, we're coming in, and everything happens late then. You know, when you're in finals, the travel happens late, you're booking tickets late, there's different groups, there's different flights, but by the time we got over there and we had the first training session, it was just cool to see the level of comms up another level, the intensity of training, while that's always high, just everybody dialed in to 110. So I think when we saw that from that training perspective, we were going, this is a group of guys who go out there and face any team in the world and has a bloody good shot.
We stayed, I think, the night before in the hotel outside the stadium, played a couple of games of poker, and all the boys were watching a few other bits of rugby, and the build up to the game was incredible. A lot of Warriors supporters in the hotel in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know, I woke up pretty confident that morning. I roomed with Jack Dempsey, and I think we both woke up that morning pretty confident.
Coming into the final, we had nothing to lose. We weren't the favourites. We were by far the underdogs, especially if you'd spoken to any South African on the day. I'd imagine half the fans probably didn't even know who the Glasgow Warriors were.
It was a really exciting time. It was tense. It was everything I suppose a neutral would want it to be.
Flags waving, crowd cheering. The final moments of anticipation, and these players looking to channel it into 80 minutes of greatness. This, a venue, an occasion that can only inspire.
Yeah, going into it, we had that sort of freedom of knowing we had nothing to lose. We could just go out there and play. But we also had, obviously, a plan. And I think the game kind of went exactly to that plan. We'd spoken about coming in at half-time being 14 points down. For some reason, we'd said that 14 points was like the cut-off, that like if it was more than 14 points, we'd have to change our plan. But if it was 14 or less, then we're still in the game, it's fine. And we're obviously, I think we're 13-0 down, so it's just inside.
13-0 down. Then a hero emerges. Right before half-time. Where are you, Scott Cummins?
Boom!
You kick-started the fight back.
Yeah, I think it was obviously a big moment for us. Just before half-time, I wasn't doing much before that. I just sort of flopped over the line the last sort of metre, but we knew that it was going to be a tough game. That first half, they were going to come out flying, and they did. And, we knew if we held on, got that try before half-time, that we could bring it into the second half.
You really, performed incredibly well to get to this final and win.
Yeah, it's probably the most Scottish thing about it, that we decided to take the most difficult route to get it done. But, just the outpour of support and love for the boys has been incredible.
Warriors desperate for something before the break. They go for it and have got it. Try scored by Scott Cummings in the final play of the half. And just look at what Glasgow have had to put in to getting that score. And could that make all the difference for them?
But we came in and it was almost like we took confidence from that. We were like, lads, we've got this. We're going to win. Even though any other sort of league game, you'd probably be thinking we've got to do something different here. But yeah, we stuck to the plan, and obviously eventually it paid off.
We knew that in the second half we were going to get better. We are often a second half team that when other teams get tired, we back our fitness and we back the depth that we've got in the team, that we can move the ball a bit more. So I think we basically said just more of the same, stick with what we're doing.
Turner and Mackay, well picked up by Jordan. Here's Kyle Steyn again with Hugh Jones alongside him. The Warriors are in for try number 3, and for the first time in the grand final, Glasgow Warriors leads.
I love the end of games where you've won and the team, even if they score, they can't win. That's really relaxed. But this was obviously quite stressful.
Listen, for the Bulls to get a 5 metre line out at the death, anybody that seen the Bulls play at Loftus in particular. We'd have put money on them driving that ball over the line. So for us to defend that in the way we did was an unbelievable feat for the boys. At that time, at altitude, away from home, was an unbelievable effort for the players. So it was incredibly exciting, to say the least.
It's as nervy a finish as there could be, but somebody has to step up. Again, the ball is secured by the Bulls. Can they get that maul moving in the right direction? Van der Merwe looks to get it. Can Glasgow stop it? Can they hold it up here? It's heroic defence from the Glasgow Warriors, but where's the ball? The whistle goes. The ball is held up. Glasgow have the put in. The final whistle is blown. Glasgow Warriors are the URC champions. They've gone to South Africa, to the high belt. They've come from behind. They were 13 points down with 40 minutes.
We as a team and me personally just put so much into, that run, and when the final whistle went and we were on the right side of the result, the biggest feeling for me anyway was just relief.
Yeah, just huge relief when that maul went down and he obviously hadn't given a penalty, and I thought everyone just dive in, get on top of it, make that, just kill the game. So just huge relief. And then my favourite bit was seeing all the subs running towards us. And like all the guys who were on the side of the field just sprinting over, because we were all just sort of hands in the air, like slapping each other's backs, and then you see everyone sprinting over, and it's just like pure elation.
That moment of elation when we stopped the maul and it finished up there and everybody got to run on. One is disbelief, then it's this is it, we've done it, it's come to fruition. And then there's from my side, it was a bit of a lull where you were just able to step back and go, this is unbelievable for this group of lads there.
I think my emotional floodgates just opened. I didn't really have an answer or have any emotion. I just sort of fell to the deck. I didn't really feel real. That everything you worked for in your career, everything that you've sacrificed, is all worth it. That's probably the feeling. Yeah.
It was crazy, to be honest. I mean, the funniest thing about that is that I was on the left wing. And that maul was in the bottom right corner, so I should have been nowhere near that maul. But I think by that stage, once it looked like it was held up, all 15 of us that were on the pitch, we were sort of within a a metre radius of the maul or of Piatti. And I was sat there waiting for the whistle, and I can just I can picture Nons like that side in front of me, and we both just staring at Piatti, and he blew the whistle, and I jumped straight up. Nons came running to me and jumped. So as I landed from my jump, he jumped, landed on me. And then, you can't really, describe the, elation, relief, the happiness, just all of it. It was a really cool 5-10 minutes after the whistle went, just hugging everyone.
And obviously, everyone was too excited to even consider showering. So we obviously got on the bus and went back to Johannesburg, and the bus probably stank when we got off it. Just beer everywhere, and everyone was sweaty and muddy and pretty horrible. But yeah, we didn't care.
It's what you play rugby for, it's what you sign up for in professional sport, is to chase the glory of winning the competition. And it's the first time I've ever won something professionally.
Because we were so far away for the game itself, we'd pretty much only been able to celebrate with the group. But yeah, you know, I think Glasgow Warriors always is just a team, is an organisation that kind of wears its heart on its sleeve, and our fans are no different.
Sometimes kind of forget, like I've been at the club for, it's probably my 7th year, but like these are lifelong fans of Glasgow, and people who've been coming to watch for like a lot longer than I've been here, and how much it meant to them to see us be successful.
One that actually gets me quite emotional is seeing the fan zone at that final whistle mark. Like that always gets me. Just like, obviously it means so much to us, but I understand how much it means to the supporters as well. And it's something that's maybe hard to quantify for us, because we're obviously in there playing, and obviously, you know, you hear the fans celebrating and things like that. But I think in that moment you hear the cheers and the sort of, not disbelief from the fans, but the sort of amazement that they were like, wow, we've actually done this. And I feel like that's shared in us, that there was people back at home, you know, loved ones as well, that were celebrating the same.
Relief, excitement, pride, like the amount of work that gets done from the group of men that we have in here behind the scenes that nobody else sees is astronomical. Like the mindset of this group of players to just continue pushing boundaries every day. So yeah, relief, elation, pride. They're so proud that a group of men has been able to go through there and get what they deserve, get the result that is, you know, concomitant with the amount of work that they have put in across the season.
I think that feeling of finally winning something is going to be a feeling that I'm going to chase for the rest of my career. And I already feel like, in fact, that I'm hungrier this year than what I was last year, because I've tasted victory now, and I just really want to get back to the promised land and you know, share these memories with my mates. And you know, if I really believe that we can win again this year, and obviously there's a lot of hard work and, you know, difficult games in between now and then, but it's something that I'm chasing, and yeah, I feel like I won't stop chasing until I get it.